This week on Take the Elevator, we're going to continue our topics on giving and receiving, specifically from a parent's point of view. You're given the gift of life through your children. You receive that, you receive them as babies, and then we eventually practice the art and how to do it confidently as far as giving your kids back to society, into the school system, into your church if you go to church, into your friends and your family and that circle. And so that is what we're going to be focusing on Take the Elevator.
Every day, elevate. Every day, elevate. Every day.
Hey, it's Jen the Builder.
And Corey.
And we're on Take the Elevator. Although I am excited about today's topic, I'm just going to put it out there. Today's January 10th, and I have not shared this on this podcast. January 10th is a very special date for me, and it is actually the date that my second child passed away. Mm-hmm. So our oldest is Michaela, and then Alana and her were 11 months apart.
Oh.
So I have experienced the death of a child, and she was actually alive for 6 hours. But that's what today is, and that is what impacted and influenced our topic for today. Just as parents, we've been doing the giving and receiving thing, right?
Yeah.
So as parents, you're given your children, and you receive them, you raise them, and then there are pieces throughout life where you essentially not give them back 100%, but
away from what you just spoke about, because that's very key to be able to raise a child and then send them out into society. But even more emotional is to have had a child that has passed away and not get to experience the release of that child into society. And I want to ask questions about that, Jim, because I'm really curious. For those of you that don't know, Jen and I are a blended family. So this was before me. And so I didn't get to experience that. Not that, people want to experience such a traumatic situation, but because you love someone so much, you want to be there for them in their most detrimental and emotional moments. So, yeah, I got questions, and I just really want to give the listener and now the viewer an opportunity to hear those questions as well. We'll get to that in a little bit, though.
yeah, because Alana was named after my cousin. Mm-hmm. So my cousin Alan is the godfather of Michaela.
Right.
So I'm not trying to complicate it. It's real simple. My cousin Alan, godfather of our oldest Michaela.
Right.
And he was very present in my life when I was pregnant with Alana. So he would come with me to my doctor's appointments, and people thought he was the father of my kid, and it just really, I was like, no, that is my cousin. Kayla was born in 1994. Alana was born in 1995. The ultrasounds and stuff like that, very different than what they were now. Literally, it was on this little screen, and you could see outlines of the baby.
Right.
And my doctor, even without it being covered by my insurance, would give me ultrasounds every so often.
Right.
So we had went in, and when you hear the heartbeat, it's strong and healthy. He does an ultrasound, and there's something on there that he's not sure of.
Okay.
So he sends me to the specialist. So this is where actually we are now in medicine. I had to get referred to a specialist.
Okay.
And on this type of ultrasound is an amazing imaging, like 3D. You could see the baby's face. Mm-hmm. And so they were doing that. And long story short, what happened was Alana had a diaphragmatic hernia.
Process.
Well, let me stay in that realm.
Okay.
So the doctor said, we're going to have you admitted tomorrow, and we're going to have to do an emergency surgery. So emergency C-section to get Alana out so they can strengthen her up enough to get her ready for surgery.
Now, how many months were you at that point?
I was almost 7 months
Okay.
pregnant with Alana.
Okay.
So
you had
she was
pretty
very
much gone.
viable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So again, they were going to have me deliver Alana, they were going to put her on steroids, get her strong enough, probably steroids for 24 hours, and then they were going to do the surgery to repair the hernia in her diaphragm.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So she was beautiful. She looked like Michaela, just darker complexion with a darker hair. So I got to meet Alana. You know, they treat it just like a normal birth. If everything is well enough, they bring the baby to the mom. I was able to touch her skin, you know, that immediate bonding. And then, of course, they had to take her away to start treatment on her.
Right.
And because I was a C-section, I had to recover in the room. So I couldn't walk. They couldn't bring her to me more. So that was my only time meeting Alana as an alive baby. You know us to take the elevator. We say, look up and let's elevate. Hey, it's Jen the Builder. We really want to connect with you. So please follow us on Instagram at JenTheBuilder_elevate. Let's engage. Would love that. We also have our website, thegencosoundco.com. And then we also have our YouTube channel, Jen the Builder. Follow, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And let's become a community.